Guys, this is Rockman Rocks from BackStage360. I'm sitting here with the young man, Anthony Cullins, better known as the Fallbrook Kid. This is his CD release party tonight. Crowd seems to be digging the music so far. Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yourself. This album that just came out, what's the name of it?
Well, then there is not really a name. Just the only name you could see, the only title is the Fallbrook Kid on a marquee. So I guess that's the name, Fallbrook Kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're still a pretty young guy, man. How old are you?
15.
15 years old. Well, I can tell you, folks, the blues is in good shape with this kid right here. I just heard the first set. You know, you guys will be hearing the album. The album's great. The set we just heard was great. We got the name of the album, the Fallbrook Kid.
Yeah.
What can the fans expect to hear for music?
Well, okay, there's a lot of riffs. The way I really play in that album on a few songs. Witchcraft Love, as you heard, it's really a lot of people who've heard it that worked on the album. That sounds like Trower, Robin Trower, or that's really Hendrix vibe. And there's just so much inspiration that was put into this album just to get something out. And so you can expect a lot of course, classic rock riffs, sort of that type of deal. Right. Definitely a lot of tone. A lot of tone was put into this album.
Yeah, the tone. I noticed you're using Fender amps.
Yeah.
What are they? Hot Rod DeVilles?
No,
Super reverbs?
Yeah, I used to use Hot Rod DeVilles, the 410 ones, but now I use Super Reverb. So I have two with 410s.
Right. And how do you have them wired?
ABY box.
ABY box. So you got one for clean, one for distortion? Or?
Well, they're both. It's just to make the sound really full. It's just to give it a fuller sound. They're both going on at the same time.
Both going off at the same time. And I noticed one of the guitars you were playing was a left-handed Strat, and you had it upside down, playing it right-handed.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It was kind of practically given to me for $100, but it was worth more than I paid for it. So I was like, you know what, take it, and I was like, you know what, I really dig the vibe I'm getting from this.
Right.
And it's easy. With Strats, I can really do all my tricks, the gimmicks, I guess.
Right.
And it stays in tune really well because it's got this graphite bridge, locking tuners, and so I can really do the show with it. That's the show guitar.
Right. And I noticed you're using a black Gibson towards the end.
That's a Gibson Les Paul double cutaway. There's only I believe 300 of those made. And then later I'm going to use a Gibson Firebird 50th anniversary bullion gold for the 50th anniversary of the Firebird, and there's only 400 of those made, so I got one of those.
Right, there you go. Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube of you. You were playing a Les Paul.
The gold one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 70s reissue gold top deluxe. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. The tone on that was great.
That's the first Gibson I ever bought, and all my gear I buy with all my own money.
You heard that. You heard that, Gibson. We need an endorsement deal for this young man. We'll try to get you that.
Oh,
Yeah, I was with Gibson for years, so awesome. I've got quite a collection of Les Pauls and V's and myself. But I'm not playing anymore. I'm out here digging you.
Oh, thank you.
Watching you play.
I appreciate that.
But hey, listen, we appreciate you having us here.
Oh, thank you, man.
Appreciate your time tonight.
I'm glad you guys came out. That's an honor.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
We try to get out and do as many shows with local guys as we do with the headliners, obviously, because people want to come out and they want to know who's hot and who's not.
Yeah, and who's not.
Right. I mean, it's true. Now, and how are you booking your jobs now? Do you have an agent or your dad?
My dad is the bouncer, the agent, everything, the whole deal. Yeah.
And how did you get started in the music business?
Well, I mean, okay, first started taking lessons, of course, like everyone else. And a lot of people just started taking me under their wing. A lot of my mentors teach me how to play, take me to jams, tell me to go to jams, give me people's names, connections, and all that stuff. And so after that, I was really just starting to play a lot of jams and really make a lot of more connections. And after doing all those jams for, I guess, 2-3 years, I started doing my own gigs.
Right. And who were your influences as a kid growing up?
As professional influences?
Yeah.
Oh man, okay. Of course, all the ones you could probably think of: Clapton, Hendrix, all those cats. But then there's also cats like Eddie Hazel from Funkadelic, George Benson, Peter Green, and there's so many. There's just so many. All the ones you could think of, all the guitar heroes, and then also the ones that are not really they're really underrated guitars.
Well, yeah, Peter Green for sure, from the original Fleetwood
yeah,
Mac was great.
And Ernie Isley, another one, totally underrated. Yeah, really underrated.
Well, when Hendrix was playing with the Isley brothers, he, Ernie learned a lot from Jimmy, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's funny they kicked him out because he was too flashy.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. And I had a chance to play a couple of shows with him back in the 60s with Jimmy.
Oh, far out.
So I'm an old dude, But it's funny because I always wanted one of my kids to play an instrument, and none of them chose to do so. Yeah. And now I look at you, and you're 15, and you're already shredding the blues. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, what are your plans? What do you want to? How do you see yourself going forward?
I want to go to school for music. So right now, I applied for this program called the Grammy Camp up in LA, and so you go for 2 weeks during the summer, and they pick only one guitar player in the whole world that puts in an application. One drummer, one bass player, everyone in the whole world. Right. And so it's called Grammy Camp. And what they do is, I don't understand really how it works, but I have a lot of friends that get scholarships out of it, a full ride to Berkeley in Boston, the School of Music.
My alma mater.
Yeah, so I really want to go to school for music and, see what happens.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, if you go to school, it's going to open up a lot of doors for you. Being a Berkeley kid myself, class of '68.
Oh, far out.
Yeah, a long time ago. Every time I go back east for a alumni thing, I mean, there's just so many great players that are coming out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally different than when I went. It was a small school.
Oh yeah. Who was it? I think Gary Hoey or one of those guitar players like that used to hang out on the corner of the school and just play.
Yeah.
And then they gave him a ride. They gave him a full ride. Yeah. That's what we're really trying to aim for right now, is doing the big stages, opening up for whoever's in town.
Right.
That's really what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, well, hopefully we BackStage360 can help you do that.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
If we get our foot in the door, we'll get you guys. We got you guys.
Now, how do your fans find you? You have a website?
Yeah. I just recently made a website about 2 weeks ago. It's anthonycullins.com, or you could type in fallbrookkid.com. One or the other, and it'll take you to the website.
Okay, and Facebook?
Yeah. Facebook, Anthony Cullins, or the Fallbrook Vigilantes, or you get a hold of my dad, Kenny Cullins, under Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Can they get merch, CDs, everything right on your site?
After this show, I believe we're going to put everything up. So we got stickers, shirts, CDs, and there's a book that I'm featured in. And I kind of got a lot of pages in that book. And I'm not sure what else we're going to have coming out soon for merch, but that's what we got so far.
Yeah. All right, cool. This is Rockman Rocks. Again, I want to thank Anthony Cullins for taking some time with us. Our pleasure. And stay tuned, folks. You're going to hear a lot about this kid. Next month in the issue of BackStage360, we'll have this interview live, so you'll be able to see it. And also a review on tonight's show. And don't forget, it's all about the music.
That's right.
All right. Thanks. Rockman Rocks. We're out of here.